200,000.
Good afternoon, Houston. Welcome back to Dabang Power Hour. This is your host, Adrianne Norman, and I'm joined by my co-host, Afsheen. Go ahead and say hello, Afsheen.
Hello, listeners. How are you today? Good afternoon. Welcome back. We are excited to be here again and be with Adrianne and discuss a lot of new things that's actually cooking up and a lot of voting and a lot of discussions to be made.
A lot of excitement going on right now. Remember, this is your weekly show to tune into for education on how to get involved in the community, voter education. Just really wanted to get y'all ready to go and involved. And this is an important election, and so we're trying to provide you with all of the information that you need to make your voices heard in the community. We would love to hear from you today. Feel free to give us a call, 713-974-4000. Afsheen, well, how's your week been? Have you been out there checking out the polls?
Week has been very, very, very crazy. Voting has been intense. I've got a lot of calls for rides, registration, questions. So people are getting serious. But as not as much as I thought we would have. But there's a lot of people, out there voting. We really want a lot more Muslims to come out vote. We had a very small number quite from last time, but I think we'll make it hopefully before the end of the week. But that's
right.
What I've been kind of emphasizing on the whole week. And besides, my real estate has been really keeping me busy, so I haven't gone out there to vote. But I will go hopefully today or tomorrow.
Yeah, so early voting wraps up on Friday. So if you want to take advantage of that opportunity, both in Fort Bend and Harris County, you can go anywhere in the county to vote. And the polling places are open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. And my son and I took advantage of that on Saturday. This was a proud mom moment. He came home from college. He's a freshman at the University of Texas and just turned 18 in August. And so I got to go with him to vote for the very first time, and everybody applauded, and it was an exciting time. I don't know if he was excited as I was, but I was excited for him.
No, that's very motivating. And I think listeners, if you guys are listening to us, bring your kids out there. They're eligible to vote, and you should take your kids with you and go out there and vote. And make that right choice to put the right person in the right seat.
And Afsheen,
we need you.
Yeah, you know what I love to see too, even if they're little kids, I love to see when parents take even their little kids with them to the polling place, because it starts building that habit, starts building that tradition early on.
And it's educating.
And it's educating them. Absolutely. So parents, if you haven't voted yet, wait until after school one day and take your kids with you and go to the polling place and show them how it's done.
Yep. I agree. And voting, I believe the voting, early voting stop ends on Friday, November 1st. Please try to get out there before that or by then. Otherwise, we have Election Day, which is November 5th, which will, you'll be facing a lot of long lines, but yet we still need your votes. Please, please, please come out and vote. We can't emphasize enough. We need to break this trend of having a small number. I believe the last time I heard was we had about 2,500 Muslim voters come out. We need to hit 10,000 voters, listeners. If you guys are out there, we need to hit 10,000 by Friday. Come on, guys. Bring everybody out there, your neighbors, your families. And if you can't even go inside, we have help. They'll come outside, they bring the machines, and they'll take your votes. It's easy as can be, so it's not hard.
Yeah, and this is the time, too, if you have already gone to vote, text your friends, text your family. Make sure that they have gone to vote. If they need guidance, help them. Show them where you went to vote. Show them where you found your information. Show them how it's done. So if you've already done your civic duty, thank you. But your job isn't done yet. Make sure that your friends and family are also getting out there to vote.
And if you need a ride, as I've had various calls for rides, you can call me, 832-213-9466, 832-213-9466. I will find you a ride. Don't worry about the ride. We will get you there just so we can get your votes. We need to break this trend. So we need those votes coming out. Please, please, please make sure you go, you get out there. Bring everybody you can that can vote and that's eligible. Just come out there.
And I think our guest today will help provide some information and some encouragement and guidance, and we'll also get the our listeners just excited and ready to get out there and have their voices heard.
I would like to introduce to you our very first guest, which is Amir Aslan Malik. He's actually our he's a very big activist in our South Asian community, Muslim community, and he also I guess I'll let him speak for himself. Amir, give us a little introduction on yourself, your journey.
Yes, thank you for having me, Afsheen. Thank you
Welcome.
for having me. It is really great and honor to be at Radio Dabang 99.5 FM. This is really great. I'm not here the first time, but this is really great to be here in this afternoon. My name is Amir Arsalan Malik, and I'm the founder of Muslim Politics Network. And that is a new baby in the town that everybody is talking about.
Yes.
And a lot of people seeing that, what is going on. A lot of people are talking about it, what's going on, where they come from, what's that. So far, so good. We've been doing it actively, involving a lot of people in this organization, bringing people in, networking, talking people, showing them what we are doing it. So far, so good.
Well, I love to hear that. I love to hear, new ways for people to get the word out and get people excited. I guess what's your background? What got you motivated to get involved?
So my background is I'm from Pakistan. I'm grown up in a small city, and all of our family people were in the politics. So it's just like a gifted when we were.
It's in your blood.
Yeah, it's in my blood. So we've seen it there and going in cities, whenever the election's going on, we're out the streets, some on the bikes, some on the cars, rallies and stuff like that. So when I came to US, and after all the work, extra hour working and getting myself settled, then I saw that it was just election time came, and it's just those blood nerves was just like a pumping that I need to go and involve in this,
Yeah.
So that just get me in, and after that I try to understand the U.S. politics and use all the experience from the back home, and look like it worked it out pretty good.
Yeah.
So
Well,
here I'm
you're doing well, because whatever you popped up here, this Muslim politics, I hear it every corner of the streets. It's like a
Yes.
new baby in town.
Yes.
Just like you said. So what actually I know that you have this background of politics, obviously family background.
Yes.
So when you came to America, how did you get yourself connected with the politics and the policies that now you're running with your nonprofit?
So I belong to a Sindhi community here in Houston, and where I have my mentor, or what you call it, that was Mr. Memo Diary. So he was very much involved in the politics, and when he saw me that I'm getting involved in politics, talking to him in different eras and stuff, so he told me that, hey, why don't you come along with me, and I can take you to some of them political events. So I'm like, yeah, I'd love to go there, So I will be going with him. He was introducing me with a lot of politicians, connecting me, start talking to them and all that stuff going on, and I start loving it. I said, man, this is really great. Meeting with all the officials, meeting with everybody. So this is great. And I will say that being connecting with them, and they'll see me vision, they see me how I'm working on it and everything. Then election time came. We went to the polls and doing those, working over there, went to block walk. It works really great for me. So I was like, you know what? I want to get involved. That got me more into it.
I want to bring our second guest into the conversation as well. We're joined also by Mike Kahn with Radio Dabang. He's also got political background and political experience, and so we want to hear from him as well. Welcome, Mike.
Well, thank you so much. First, I want to congratulate both of you guys. Put up the shows, and the way you guys bringing the awareness in the community about the youth and the women and a person who involved. So I want to congratulate you and
Thank
coming
you.
Thank
and
you.
doing
Thank you so
dedicated
much.
your
Thanks for our-
time,
your support.
voluntary giving time and doing this is great. Thank you so much once again. Well, I want to tell you a little bit about myself. I'm not a politician. I don't have a family background politician. One thing is this. Yes. The question is this again. When I came very young age when I was 18, and of course we have a goal of education. Why are we coming from third world country to here? Because of course for looking opportunities, looking to work hard and be education and be some part of in your life. What you always have a goal. And just like the way in family we raise my parents always about education, education, and education, because they said this is the thing you carry wherever in the world you go. Money does not go, money comes and goes,
Right.
but education you carry. And that's one thing we had in my mind. I have 2 brothers and 1 sister, all are blessed and well educated. Me, myself, so I went to school, college, graduate, but again, in my blood, I can say something has been like being a business running. I started doing a business and been blessed, and I lived California almost 12 years. I went to school over there. Then I moved on here in Houston, Texas in 1996. And of course, bring the opportunity, start business here, and one after another. MashaAllah, been blessed. I have 4 kids, 2 boys and 2 sons. All are educated, graduate, and all happy, settle things down. So anyhow, so once you've done all those things in your life and you have done your business, you settle, your family, then of course, then I start realizing and things, community has given so much to us, to me, my family. I've been involved in a lot of charities, organizations, entertainment, media. What can we do, I do, to back to the community, And so this is what it got me involved. And of course, some of my good friends and some church people, faith, trust people, we all sit down and they say, Mike, you need to run the office for. I say, oh, hold on. This is not a thing. Then a few times we made the discuss. Then, of course, I gave a thought. I discussed with my family, my kids, because it's a commitment. It's
Sure.
not just, hey, I'm running.
Sure.
Or I have something I can spend money, go for running.
And I really think that it's important for the listeners to hear kind of what that experience of running for office was like. But first, we've got a caller, so I want to see what the caller has to say. Let's see if I can.
Hello.
Good afternoon. Thank you for calling Dabang Power Hour.
I just heard Mr. Amir talking about the Muslim Political Network. My question is, this is a local chapter or startup. Is he in collaboration and is he in communication with the other metropolitan area Muslim organizations? Because if he's not, then you can be just kind of local, and you won't have that empowerment coming from the national level like CARE. So as an organization, political active committee of an ethnic group, you want to be in line with the mission at a national level.
So I guess, Amir, maybe you can address that if you are connected or networking with not just locally, but any national organizations. Thank you so much, caller.
Yes,
Sure, no problem.
that is the plan. Last night I was at the dinner and our congressman Al Green was there. When I introduced him about this Muslim Politics Network, he got very excited. He said, you know what, Amir, we really need that. And this is going to be a very big for you. And any guidance you
I think he hung
needed.
up.
I got it.
Oh, so any guidance you needed from me, I'm there.
Wonderful.
So like Congress Al Green, like we have a couple weeks ago, we have an event and we brought it Brian Middleton, our Fort-Bend DA. He was in our event and exactly his words was the same. So we have experience, guidance from Al Green, from Brian Middleton, Muid Khan, and all other experienced politicians here, who can guide us where to go, what to do, and all that stuff. And that platform is for that, to bringing all in, get the right vision, right direction, and go from there.
Yeah, those are wonderful resources to lean
Yes,
into. Absolutely.
exactly. And this thing was missing. This thing was nobody was thinking of. Everybody was having a small, big organization, but never get connected anywhere. So we wanted to bring that platform where we can connect it. This is a bipartisan organization, so we're gonna bring in all these people who are actively involved in both sides. We can bring a Republican, we bring a Democrat, we can bring a Green Party, or whatever party is going on, XYZ. So we bring in all we need to do, just recognize our Muslim community to get involved, bringing in. Like right now, I can see that. Even right now in the four-band, you see there's two Muslim candidates. They are just bringing like people crazy. One is Ali Shekhani and then Nabil Shaikh. We have Sulaiman Lalani. So we have three examples right now. And then we need more candidates. Upcoming, there's a lot of elections are coming. So we are pushing a lot of communities. We've been having town hall meetings, small meetings, big meetings. Hey, why didn't you run for the office? Now next year or something, we have a Sugarland elections are coming. Part the election, come become a councillor, Sugarland councillor, mayor. So we are pushing it. So hopefully a lot of things will be happening soon.
That's wonderful. And I guess, Mike, that goes back to where we left off with you, was you getting into politics and running for office. What was that experience like for you?
Well, of course, after speaking to the family and of course, is a commitment, as I mentioning earlier, and then I decided and I, start running the office. So of course, it's a great experience, a learning experience. But my goal was not just running the office and be elected. My goal is how we can involve the community, how we can involve the youth, how can bring the awareness in the community. So I started doing corner meetings, meeting group of the people. A lot of people wasn't aware about what commissioner jobs, what commissioner duty, who is their commissioner. A lot of people don't understand the judges difference, who are the criminal court judges, who are the JP judges, what their job duties. So these are the things, at least we educate, we're able to educate, we bring, just like Amir just talked about his organization. If it's the grassroots organization and you're working with the roots, that's your winning situation.
Absolutely.
And that's why we want to make sure grassroots to come out and work and involved in that, So at least we achieved that part, bring a lot of women were not aware of it. They even send me a lot of messages. They thank you so much for holding this event, holding this meeting and educating. It's not about, of course, party or this. It's just how you bring the awareness. You see, we come here from the country. Our goal is always work hard, education, business, that's it. What about our youth? How we can them involve in this system, because they are the one or the future, So this is why my goal, and it's still is going to be like that, continue, and I'm still meet youth and still educating people. Please come out and vote. Vote is your civic duty. Plus, vote is your strength.
Absolutely.
If you cast your vote, doesn't matter who you choose, who you cast the vote, but at least cast the vote. So this way we can see the strength. If somebody, I heard you or somebody said there are only 2,000 or 2,500 vote cast, which is nothing for one side. We should all come out and vote. So this way your voice can be heard. Otherwise, you can protest here, there. It has no value. When you cast the vote, you show your strength. That has a voice and that has a power. So I'm going to say again, all the Dabang who are listeners and watching through your show, please, today is voting is going on. Early voting is until Friday, which is the November 1st. Election day is November 5th. And this is the year where you have to choose the right people. It's kind of, decision maker year, presidential election. So go do your homework, do your research, find out who you feel in your heart is the right person, candidate, and then go cast vote for it, And well, this is what I brought it in, and I started running the candidate, and I did a great. I mean, I was blessed to have a lot of good people and supporter, my family, who stood by me, who supported me, you know, and we did a very positive, good campaign. I ran a very positive campaign, and we got good votes, but at least I was able to educate people, and of course, I learned a lot, you know,
Sure.
during that process. So, if somebody, just like Amir mentioned, they are doing meetings, encouraging people come out, be a part of this, you know, a lot of people see. This is, of course, as I say, any offers like council, city council, we have a Mr. Karamali, you know, and that's a volunteer job. But
Right.
but why he chose it? Because he's been blessed, his family blessed. I want to give it back to the community, and he came out. And it's not easy to run the campaign, and it's a volunteer.
It is.
You put your time, your money, your effort, your family affected. But you know what? If you have a vision, you have a goal. You know what? At the end of the day, I have a peace in my heart, in my mind. I did something for my community. That's it. That's the winning. That's $1 million value,
Yeah,
you know.
it is a
And I,
million.
you know, and same thing, Mr. You know, you just mentioned our state rep, Mr. You know, Sulaiman Lalani, and so many other elected officials, you know, and they are more getting involved, you know. But I think should do our vision same should be how we can encourage more people, involve more youth, more community people, and there are good people on all the
Sure.
both sides. It's not one side, both, or there are so many good people on both sides, you know. And also one of my message is to all the elected official or who are the candidate. Once you guys elected, or once you are elected official, you are serving each and every community, each and every individual, not just one ethnic, one national is part of it, you know. So this is what we want to make sure, you know, that you are an officer or you are a judge, this is all community, and everybody is looking after you, you know. And we just want to make sure the Fort Bend, I live in Fort Bend, I want to make sure it's a great county. I want to make sure keep it more better county, you know. And the way it's growing, Fort Bend County is almost close to be 1 million people very soon
Very
in Fort
soon.
Bend
That's
County.
very
Yep.
soon.
And which is, you know, and I'm blessed to be here. And since I moved California, I've been in Fort Bend County. I love all my life in Fort Bend County.
Hey, I'm a
Well,
proud
anyhow.
Fort Bend County resident as well. I've been here almost all my life.
Yeah, my kids went to
So-
Clement High School. They
Yeah.
graduated from there, one of the best schools.
Yeah,
They went to
it is.
UFE school,
Yep.
graduate. So it's a great country and it's a great county. We just want to make sure keep electing the right people,
Yes.
right office. We will have a
Yes.
blessing.
See, the thing is that if you've seen a lot of anywhere you see it, there's a lot of organizations are involved in political, but I've never seen a right direction. I've never seen like where you're heading, you know. So that's what exactly we are focusing on with these all experience our politicians. We trying to get the guidance from them and getting the right direction, so we can go step by step and move into the right direction.
I guess since you're mentioning, reaching out and trying to get guidance and advice from those elected officials, what advice would you give to those already in office on how to either meet the needs of the South Asian community or just become more engaged in general?
So what I'm getting at, like whoever person is involved in any candidates or elected officials, from there they can train them so that person can be the next person who's running for the office.
Yeah.
Right now, this thing is missing.
Right.
Yeah.
Those guys, girls, they get involved. When the election is over, they just disappear.
Right.
And after 3 years, 4 years, they just show up again on the same thing. I don't want that. I want those people to get involved with that candidate again or elected official, see the system, see the how things works, and put your name for your next election. See,
next
right
week.
now, with the group of friends and all that, they were sitting, they say, you know what, why didn't we start it with the mud directors? And then the last election, there was like 8 to 10 from Muslim community. They went and applied for the mud director, and they all got elected.
Yep.
Wow.
That's where it needs to be
I
started.
mean, that's grassroots
That's
right
nice.
there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's so right now the same all 8 mud directors, now involved in those elections. They're bringing the people in. I see them on the polls. They're calling around. So they get excited about it. That, hey, man, I know the MUD directors doesn't elected like, have thousands of votes, but some of them, they got 800, some of them got 900. How they got those votes? Used to be MUD directors get like 150 votes, 40 votes, 60 votes. That's how they used
Right.
It's
to.
the engaging
But
and the
now they get
involvement.
involved. They're calling these people. So this is exactly on all my when we meet like dinners or whoever, we have a small meetups we do. We encourage people that, hey, let's bring in on being in the election, and we will support you. We will guide you. We want you to be run for it. That is the one person you need to give a push.
And I think that some people, that's their big hesitancy because they don't know what to do or how to do it.
Yeah.
And if there's somebody standing next to them, guiding them and encouraging them, that takes a lot of that fear factor away. It's still scary to put yourself out there, right, Mike? But
Yeah, so I want to add on just Mr. Amir mentioned about once you're elected, be a part. So when I was running my campaign, of course, you go knock door, meet people. A lot of people say something, those politicians only come when there's an election.
Yeah.
After that, we don't see them.
Good
So that's
point.
the sad part.
Good
That is
point.
a sad
That's the
part. They
sad
need
part.
to continue to
When you
engage.
need something, hey, give me this,
Yeah.
I need your vote, I will do this, whole 9 yards. But then after election over, you got elected, they don't know where you are. They can find you, or you're not involved in it. That's the sad part. Then again, terms come, you're again asking.
Yeah.
So we need to educate and make sure we elected to the right people. Right. Once they get elected, we want to make sure they involve in the community. They be a voice of the community, and they should answer each and every question, concern we may have in the town, in the area.
I hope that for any of our electeds that are listening right now, that they take that message to heart, because it
They
is
take that
so
initiative.
important not to disappear after November, after Tuesday next week, right?
Yeah.
They need to make sure that they continue to stay in touch and continue to reach out.
I have some, candidate at the polls. They just like, I can't wait till this November 5th pass. So I've been so much of course,
Stress.
it's a lot
It's
of work.
exhausting.
It's
A lot of
work.
work. Campaigning. At the same time, you're at the polls. The same time, you block walking.
Yeah.
You've seen that those neighborhood people didn't came out for the vote. Then you are calling other friends to come out and vote. It's still every evening you see the numbers. Numbers are not right. Next morning, 6 o'clock, you are up calling.
Again.
So it's these 10 days is never.
So let me ask you a question, Amir. Since you go to the polling a lot, you're helping a lot of these candidates.
Yes.
With all the voting system, what do you think is stopping for our Muslim brothers and sisters coming out to vote? What is the blockage, you think?
See,
Why aren't we having that number that we're expecting?
It's very low, right?
It's very low.
So the biggest factor, the numbers are low. We do not have enough candidates in the ballot, Muslim candidates. So if Mike Khan or Afsheen or you, if you're not a candidate, are you going to call 100 people for vote?
Not
right.
likely.
Exactly. That's what's happening. So if I'm not running for the office, I might call 5 or 10 of my friends that, hey, did you vote? Did you vote? Like that. But if I'm running for the office, I'll be calling left and right. I want to make sure everybody, whoever on my phone contacts, they're coming in to vote for me. So this is the issue we're having, especially in the Muslim community. We don't have enough people who's running for the office. So if I have 8 candidates are running for the office, so those all 8 candidates gonna be pulling at least 4,000 to 5,000 votes out.
Yeah,
And that is the only thing we are missing in our community.
very true.
So if we are not bringing people out, people are not going to be out. If you see that in a different, the different people out there, they are coming. I've seen a lot of people are involved
other-
because their own people are coming, voting for them. But we have 3 candidates. It's still they are pushing to people coming out. Still we see that, but there's a lot to do.
There is a lot to do, but this is a very important election,
Yes.
2024.
Yes.
And even though there are only three candidates, which is not enough.
Not enough.
What would be your message for today, for the voters for this election to, I know that maybe we could increase numbers for the next election, but this election is so important. What would your message
So
be?
look at this. Like Mohit Khan just said that our Fort Bend County is about to hit 1 million people, right? So how come 3 people gonna take care of 1 million people? They can't.
So today
That's right.
we have a lot of listeners listening to you. What do you want to tell the listeners?
I will tell listeners to get involved, join Muslim Politics Network, call me, we'll set up time. If you have a potential, if you are ready, we'll guide you, we'll get you there, apply for your next election, run for something, get people out.
And we'll still take some callers if anyone has any questions or wants to add their input. 713-974-4000.
And what about say something to all your followers out there? I know you have a very, very big follower.
Yeah,
So we want all of your followers. I think you have about 10,000, 15,000. We want all of them going out there to vote today.
Yes.
Come on.
I'm calling everybody.
Make a very big demand.
I
Yeah, you have
know.
all of them listening to you today.
Yes. So I'm telling all my friends, community people, I'm posting every day in the morning groups. They go out. Like this morning, I put on all my social media group. I have all different electable and candidates and the voters. I made the slogan for them. Your voice, your power, vote now.
I like that.
And that thing is going on all social media. So I'm telling everybody, if their voice is not there, there ain't not going to be a power.
Yep.
And if you're not putting your vote out there, nobody will be. Then don't ask that, hey, why this guy is doing this, because you never voted for him.
So you mentioned that your organization is a bipartisan
Yes, ma'am.
organization. Do you feel like the Muslim community votes along party lines, or if not, I guess really what issues would be moving them?
See, the biggest another issue in the Muslim community is our community is a new community that doesn't know much about the U.S. politics, how the Republican side works, how the Democrat side works.
They need to listen to Dabang Power Hour every
Yeah.
Tuesday at 1 o'clock.
Every Tuesday.
That's
We're here to educate you. This is where you
exact-
get your education about politics.
But no, please go on.
Yes, so that's exactly the Muslim Politics Network coming in place. So we are bringing a forum where we're going to bring our experienced politicians in that forum and invited all the community people to come, get educated, try to understand. When you are going to the polls voting, do you need to understand the candidate, his policies, what he's going to do it, what benefit he's going to do for you, not only for the state level, county level, Fort Bend ISD, all kind of everything. They need to understand that. When you're going there, you need to understand this is the person I want to vote because this is the person going to change our district.
Right.
That's the whole thing.
Right.
And that thing is missing in our community. I've never seen any forum. I've been in a politics involved with a lot of candidates. I've never seen any forum that I will be going and those people will tell us that, hey, what first thing you need to do when you are wanted to go for the vote. We just receive calls, text messages. Hey, this is a good candidate. He will do like this thing for us. Please vote for him. And then you have like 5 calls from your friends. Hey, I'm supporting this. Can you vote for him? Because I never educate myself about the candidate. So I listen to my friend and I just go and just pick whatever feels like it.
Right.
So that's the missing part in our community, which we're going to change it.
Fantastic.
Mike, question for you. So when you were running your candidacy, while you were working the voters, what were the main questions you would get from your voters?
Of course.
Issues or, what were they?
So I was running as a Fort Bend County Commissioner, and of course, what is Commissioner job? Absolutely, they
It's a big
control
job.
the budget, of course, and in the neighborhood infrastructure, all those things. A lot of people they say, Commissioner court, basically there's a court on Tuesday, a lot of things, but things need to be done is not. Mostly they're concerned about it, So we just listen to them, and of course there is no promise. What I say, once we get elected, I will be involved in the community and I will be a voice to be heard. Some of them have infrastructure issues, some of them have schools, things going on, and a lot of other things they discuss and talk about it. And again, they want to make sure that money, the taxpayer money, is spent to the right place, because that's our money, we pay the taxes. So people are concerned about it, It's not just one favor to somebody, and at the end of the day, taxes keep rising, Look at it, how much we are paying right now on the taxes. So this is all the thing they're most concerned, what can be done.
Always been a concern.
And this is what they're concerned. And of course, as I say, we'll talk to them, we'll listen to them, we heard them, and I say, God willing, once elected, we'll definitely be your voice be heard, and we'll do anything. I'm a businessman also, so what a businessman does, of course, he has a budget, he has everything, he has to work according to their numbers, and he knows how to grow more. And so basically, that's one thing with the experience and knowledge I came. Even though, so basically commissioner court is same thing. You have a money, you have a budget, you got to spend right. Of course, you do voting, whoever get the major votes, or in the court, and that will pass and move on. And as I said, Fort Bend County is a great county and is going to be more better county. We want to make sure we keep the good people, we elect the right people, and that's our community growth. And South Asian community played a very vital role in the growth of Fort Bend County.
Absolutely.
Very vital role.
Absolutely.
And
Very vital.
and I think our voice need to be heard over there, need to be involved. So a lot of people, business people who I may sit and discuss and talk, and I'm sure maybe Amir helped them, they're business-minded people. They just care their business, their family, never give a thought about it. But when something happened, then we start our discussion is talking about, this happened, that's wrong, that's wrong.
Well, and I think that's a great, I was going to actually ask you about this. A lot of people say, I'm just one person. My one vote isn't going to make any difference. So why?
So that's not true. One vote does make difference.
Yeah,
I've seen so many races people win by 5 votes or lost by 5 votes. I've seen my own eyes few votes people, by lose the. So every vote does matter, So some people, if let's suppose they lose by race by 15, 20 or 30 vote or 100 vote, and then the people who did not vote, they feel sad about it. It's too late.
Don't feel sad, people.
You should have
There's
gone
time.
and vote.
Yes.
If you would have gone and vote, you wouldn't feel sad. You would have felt you did my duty.
Absolutely.
That's your civic duty. So again, so the good part is now the youth are getting involved. I see them on the pole. I see them sitting in here in different restaurant. Discussion is going on, talking. That's a plus part,
Absolutely.
So we are heading towards the direction. It might take little time, but at least it started. But again, it's just community need to be involved together. They need to go commissioner court. Just have a seat over there on Tuesday. Not if every other Tuesday. Let's see what's happening in the commissioner court.
Dean, is the
What are
commissioner's
happening?
court, can you find that streamed online, or is it only in person?
Yeah, they don't need to go.
watch
They
it
can do a
online?
stream online. You're right.
That's
You-
nice.
But it cannot do every Tuesday. Let every other day or someday at least know what's happening. These are the things we need to bring it to the community. City hall meetings.
I
Everyone-
don't think a lot of people know that you can actually do that.
Yes.
Just go
Right.
out there. Like, a lot of people feel that, hey, we have these elected officials. It's like having a celebrity. We can't go and touch them.
No.
We can just see them from far. But you know what? This is what, Women for Women do. We bring them out and we let you, hear them out and engage with them. So a lot of our community members don't actually know that you can. They are just regular people. They just have a seat and they just want your vote for that, for putting them there. But you can go out, you can reach them, you can go to the courthouse, you can sit at one of their courts and hear them out and engage with them and connect with them.
And I think too, right now, especially, so many people are focused on that presidential election,
Yeah.
right? Where, Afsheen, you're exactly right. And talking about commissioner's court, those local politicians are going to have more impact on your day-to-day
Yeah.
life than president ever will, right?
If you see now, it's just a few days. all the Muslim voters is become very popular right now, like Michigan, like
Right.
other states.
Yeah, yeah. There's
So
all
this
over now.
Muslim voters does matter now.
Yes, every vote
either
counts. Mm-hmm.
make it or break it. This is what's happening right now. You
Oh,
know,
wow.
so right now, this is what we are pushing it for Muslim voters to come out and vote for your right, vote for your voice to be heard. So a lot of things will be changing.
Yeah. Do your civic duty.
Yes, they have to do it. And I'm sure Mood Bhai, when saw him last time, he was running for commissioner, and we always seen him at the polls. We were at the polls, how we are bringing the people in, how he's there. All your pretty faces become a little bit, changes
Right.
over
Right.
in that heat and all
Right.
that, So
You're working so hard.
working so
in the
hard,
heat.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you cannot recognize after 10 days. I have literally, some voters, they come and they tell the candidates at the poll, I say, I didn't see you. That was not you at the advertisement. He said, well, that was 7 days ago where my face was pretty.
Right. It's hard work out there.
It's just completely different, then you cannot even recognize. So this is really, it's not easy to be at the polls.
And again, I'm going to say one thing. If you are elected official and you are on duty or you are on the job or in the office, be involved in the community. If you constantly involve in the community, your voice of community, when election comes, you have a peace of mind.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because your name is already out there,
Right.
you already win their heart, you are there when they need it. That's it,
Yeah.
But if you're not there all those years, now you again burning yourself and hating because you were not there.
You have to start from ground zero
Start
every
again.
time.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is my whole thing, Let's
Sure.
be involved in the community, in the people, listen their voice. Just like Commissioner Court, we were talking. She was talking earlier. Just go, Commissioner Court, sit down and watch. Why sheriff is here? Why judges are here? Why DA is here? Why so many people are here? What they are looking here? Because they are asking money, budget. They have a
Right.
project. Mayors are there.
Yeah.
So at least learning.
Yes.
Then they know what the commissioner court does.
Right.
Same thing, town hall meetings. Sugar Land, Houston, Harris, all the city, Houston.
Absolutely.
Go town hall meeting. Learn what's happening over there, what they are passing. Sometimes it's too late. So these are all the things we need. Once they start involving, then they will more involved. That's like eyes opener.
Sure.
Yes.
So that's
Hopefully,
pretty much.
Muslim Politic Network will create that path for our Asian community, South Asian community, to come out
Create the
and maybe
path.
get them out and engaged.
Yes, create the path, and all our other supporters or our politicians. There's another factor is just running for the office. Okay, I can put my application in, but the money, where the money
Right.
come from? Who's gonna support that person? That's a big factor.
Sure.
Yeah.
And anyone goes and asks for funding, like we are doing, like hey, meet and greet, bring a friend, $100, $200, $500. People come and they can have a dinner, but they never come and support.
Right.
They just eat. But these elections are not cheap anymore.
Very true.
No, they're not.
Each campaign costs hundreds of thousands of dollars. Where this money gonna come from? Means I'm not the rich, can afford it. So I have my community people to come and support, right? $100, $5, $10, anything. So that is another factor in our community. We need to bring that into it. That hey, candidate is not just your duty to vote. Support as a money wise
Right.
too. That dollar or $100 makes a big difference. Like they have a mailer, they send out the mailer. That each mailer, when they are running for each precinct or county wise, is like a 60,000, 70,000. That's just the one mailer will cost them like $80,000.
That's real money. That's a lot of money.
Just a mailer like you see on your mail, and you see
Right.
this big flyer and you see it and just throw in the trash. That costs like $1.50. and that went to, and I'm sure Mohit Pai sent it so many mailers, and so this is how it works, and then you're running again. So for instance, one time you're running in primaries, you do the
Right.
same thing, then you get elected, then so you do the one time in the primaries, then you came on a runoff, then again on runoff
Right.
you have to do it again, then you win the primaries, then you come
You
on a
do
general
general
election,
elections.
then same thing again.
Right. We've spent so much time on our show recently on the general election. Some of our listeners might forget these candidates have been running for office for probably more than a year at this
Yes.
point, through the primary season and possibly runoffs. It is a long process.
Yes, it is. But like Mohit said, that if it's good candidate, if it's involved in the community, and the community is giving him like heads up, like you're a good candidate, I'm telling you, the opponent never gonna think about to run against that person.
Sure.
So the community plays a big role. If you have a good candidate, then there's no runoff. You will be gone straight and without spending that much money.
So, in addition to the election, just like we are talking primary and general election, I want to add on because I just ran the primary. So, primary election in Texas, you have to choose which party you
Right.
want to vote, Democrat or Republican. So, that's your choice. But in general, you don't have to.
Right.
So, my message,
point.
if a lot of people not educated, I am Democrat, so and doesn't matter. You can vote Democrat, you can vote Republican. Or I'm a Republican, so you can vote Democrat, you can vote
Right.
Republican. So you can choose the candidate who you want to elect in general election.
Right.
So my message to the people who have not voted, please go out and vote. Take your time, your lunch break or early morning. Right now is early voting. There are not that many big line. On November 5th is going to be the biggest line
Right.
because that's election day. And
Yes.
plus is a presidential election day.
Yes.
So and 2024 is a very important year of
Yeah,
the
expecting huge
expecting
lines on
huge
these
line in there.
Mm-hmm.
So please go out, get the ballot, take your time, or do a homework. Who you want to vote, who you don't.
I had one question. I had a caller call in over the weekend. They were asking if I go vote, can they see who I vote for?
No,
Okay.
absolutely not. In general, only primary, even they cannot see who you vote, only you can see who you vote, Democrat
I see
or
that there's some
Republican.
insecurities there too.
Sure.
That's why
So-
they're not going out to
Sure.
vote.
So yes, in primary only they will know you vote Democrat or Republican. But if there are 5 candidates running in Democrat,
They will not
nobody
know
know
who
who
you
they
vote for.
voted. Same
Okay.
thing in Republican, but they will know you voted Democrat or you vote. But in general, no, you don't.
But the
That's-
same thing, right? They'll be able to see that you did vote,
Yeah,
Yes.
but
absolutely.
just not who
Yes,
you voted
who
for.
you
Just
voted
yes or
for.
no,
Yes.
did you vote?
So
But that
I
it's
is
just wanted
concerning.
you guys to say that
Yeah.
as well, because I did obviously implement that to the voter.
Yeah, few
And,
people did
yeah.
call me and ask me if I vote XYZ, is the people know? I said, no, that's your privacy. Who you
Right.
vote,
Yeah.
that's your. But it will show you did vote. You cast the vote, which is more
So we
important.
want to see you guys vote, although we will not see who you vote for.
Yes.
So
Absolutely.
as we're kind of winding down the show, Amir,
that
let
was
me.
quick.
It flew by, didn't
Wow.
it? Let me
Very fast.
ask you, Amir, just in general, what are your hopes for the South Asian community in Fort Bend County?
I have really great hopes for the South Asian community. I see the charge up. I see, so those hopes and charge ups come from the person. If you have a charge up person like me, you will see all the community will charge up
Right.
because I'm the person who push it. I'm the person who is everywhere. So every event I go there, they were like, Amir, didn't we saw you there?
They can't
Didn't
escape.
see you here. Like you are everywhere. That's exactly, take your time, be involved, get involved in these events, get involved, like Mohit Khan said, town hall meetings or mayor office or commissioner office. Get to know the system, how the things are going. Go involved in there. I would like my friends, kids, every summer is starting, I start texting in my family friends group, hey, the summer is coming, which kids you want to get enrollment in which offices
Yep.
for the internship.
For internships. That's a wonderful thing Fort Bend
Yes.
County
Yeah.
does.
And I'm telling you, in our community, not a lot of people know about it. That hey, can I put? So I say it doesn't matter. Your kid is going to the IT or
Nope.
medical or whatever. But I want that person to be in the judge court. I want that person to be in a state rep office or in a DA office to get to know how the things are working in these courts, how they're working in the DA office. You
Yeah.
know, understanding about the laws
That's
and
right.
stuff. So that is a really great program. And then what I saw that like we have almost in my community in the last summer, we put almost 15 kids enrollment in those internship. And when they come out and I ask them, hey, how was the experience? They say, but I love it. I've seen all these things were
Right.
happening every day. And the good thing about it, that office, keep them engaged. Give them the work. Hey, do this, do that. I've seen some they are bring them on in the different universities, show them this is what
Right.
we are doing. So that works a lot.
That
I
is a
agree.
Which
great
is good
idea. This is a
involvement.
very good idea for
Yes.
our, South Asian communities to have your kids get involved in internship.
Internship.
And you can
yes.
get a simple internship in the Fort Bend County in any of the offices. They
All
are
the-
very welcoming
Yes,
on all the
all-
internships with the
And they're
youths.
paid internships as
Yes,
well.
some are
Yeah.
paid.
Some are paid,
internship.
some are,
Yeah,
you
and
know.
then everybody opens their offices. They always send the applications. That hey, get them on our offices. We will put your kids there.
If somebody wants to connect with you, what's the best way to connect with you?
Just Google me.
Google you. Fair enough.
Yeah, so I'm all over. You know, our community knows
But
me.
what is the fastest way to connect with you?
Yeah, I mean, you want me to share my cell phone number?
You can if you like.
Yeah,
but
because-
we do have. I know you have a Facebook page for Muslim Politics
Yes,
Network.
we do have a
which
Muslim-
we'll go ahead and post that.
Yes,
on
we
the
have a
link of
Muslim
Dabang
Politics
Radio.
Network. Amir Arsalan Malik, that's my Facebook. Google me. I'm
Okay.
there. Anything you needed from me, whatever experience I have in politics, not politics, whatever I went through, I'd love to share you my story.
Wonderful. Mike, any final words or what are your hopes for
Well-
Fort Bend County?
Well, absolutely. As I mentioned, Fort Bend County is a great county, and we want to make it more better. So just come out and vote, and choose the right candidates, right office people, so we can keep good judges, good officers, make sure, and especially in Commissioner Court, so we can have a better county. And as far as youth, just like Amir said, a lot of students ask me when their parents, hey, my kids are going high school, they want to do internship, so I reach out few people. I say, you want in law, some of them want to be attorney, send them to the court, judge's office, these places, and someone in medicine, send them different places. So there is a lot of advantage for the kids, but the parents now is getting involved,
That's
which is
very
good.
true.
Yeah.
Yep.
So now parents are communicating because they always think better for the kids,
Right.
Yes.
because they are the future. And when they get involved, when they start talking, that is great also. And
I didn't
and
think about that two-way connection, but you're absolutely right. Kids to parents and parents to
absolutely
kids.
same thing
Yep.
in the voting.
Right.
Parents are educating with the kids, just like you mentioned. Your son turned 18. You took him to the vote. It's a great feeling.
Right.
It's a
It
great
is.
thing, and this is how they learn. My mom took me when I was 18. Now I know it's my civic duty. Now I gotta learn more and more involved. And I see a lot of women, a lot of parents,
My
they're
daughter's
taking their
excited to be
kids
18 to vote.
involved, and some of them, so which is great. So at the end of the day, I'm gonna say same thing, be involved, be a part of the community, be part of the system here, and this is a great country, we are blessed to have here, America is a great country. And this is a country, you have a freedom of speech, you have a lot of opportunities, just hard workship, honesty, and just be part of it. That's all it is with the system, And I want to say same thing, to all the Dabang listeners. And again, thank you for both of you young ladies,
Yes,
be a
thank you.
part of this show and
Yes.
doing this for the community awareness. As you always mention, this is a bipartisan show. You want to hear the voice for the community. They come out, and that's the reason we launched this Dabang Power Offer.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
So
exactly
we can
right.
be a
Thank you.
voice of the community,
Yes, sir.
That's great.
And
We
I
do a
hope-
lot of things, a lot of but why not the voice of the community,
That's
for
right.
the community,
Yes,
you know?
for sure.
Let's
Yes.
do it, you know?
And next week
thank
we'll
you.
be broadcasting live on Election Day.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
So I
Yes.
hope that if people have questions or need information, that they reach out to us. But Dabang Power Hour, thank y'all so much for joining us
Yeah,
Thank you.
today.
Thank you so
having
much
us.
for
Thank
joining
you for
us.
all this show. And I would love to have you guys in the end. You guys should say your voice, your power, what now? Look at the
Here we go.
cameras.
You want to say it together?
Yeah.
Yes, let's do it together.
Let's do it
Let's do it
together.
together.
Look at
All
the
together.
camera.
You got it.
All right, so we got
Okay.
it. Sure?
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3.
Your voice, your power, vote now. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Again,
Thank you,
thank you
everyone,
so
for
much,
tuning in.
Adrianne, especially, you know, taking your time out with you, and of course, Afsheen, with your, you know, busy schedule, you know.
This is a
and
highlight of
part
my week. I
community,
enjoyed
you
this.
know,
Very,
to
very
give.
big
This
highlight,
is-
and I
this
love
is
doing this.
Great volunteer, appreciate
It's
it.
kind of like giving back to the community, and I love it. Thank you for the opportunity, Mike
Yes.
Khan.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
for
you,
having
everyone,
us.
for
Thank you.
tuning in to Dabang Power Hour. We will see you guys next week.